bit of a fight, and things started to get a little unpleasant then. Why are you attempting to scam us? In fact, I literally said, isn't this fraud if you do it? Yeah.
So our plan got cancelled. Is what happened.
We usually look for the cheapest accommodation in whichever city we are, but of course it doesn't mean that we'll hit like the rock bottom price over there, and then irrespective of what the reviews are like, we'll show up there.
We ensure that we read the reviews always before booking any room in any place. So we did the same thing for Kolkata as well. We went on agoda.com, looked up for a few hotels, read the reviews, and we found a room at a very reasonable price.
And then we could look at pretty much the entire history of the reviews, and nothing seemed really like terrible or sticking out.
The rating was also quite
it was decent. So what we did was we ended up booking it on Agoda because the price is incredible. It was showing like 528 rupees or something for a room. And of course they have Wi-Fi included, which we really need right now. So we ended up showing up there after our ride from the airport into town. And once we got there, the very first thing the reception desk asked, before asking for our ID proofs, was, can you please give us the PIN that Oyo generally gives a 4 or 6 digit PIN that you need to give to the reception desk so that they can claim the booking that you've made, and then they give you the room. That's how they get their money as well. So he asked for that PIN. We said we haven't got it, and then he said okay, just search for it again. Anyways, you need to pay 500 rupees additionally. Can you please pay that? We said,
Said,
why
no,
would
we have
pay?
already paid it on the app. Why should we pay extra?
Yeah, and that's when we started to realize that there's something more to this than just the confusion of whether we have paid on the app or not. Turns out these guys list their properties at a rock bottom price. So it's like 500 rupees, which seems unrealistic for rooms in that neighborhood at least. And once anybody shows up there, and these are tourists who probably come from really far away, they're really tired. I mean, we were very tired when we showed up there, and all the heat and the change of pace when you arrive in Calcutta. Once we showed up there, if somebody is going to ask for 500 rupees, there's one of two things that can happen. Either you can get really irritated, or you might just accept your fate and pay it. We stood our ground. I think we stood our ground so much that it started to evolve into a little bit of a fight, and things started to get a little unpleasant there. So anyways, the manager seemed really hopeless in how he was responding to our queries of why this is being done, why are you attempting to scam us. In fact, I literally said, isn't this fraud if you do it? But he could care less.
I got on a call with Agoda and asking them why this is happening, if they can help us from their side. But Agoda people, they tried to reach the property, but they couldn't reach them.
And then I found the phone number of the owner of the property. So I gave him a call. And the man turned out to be the most horrible one of the lot. And he just started screaming. As soon as I called him, I said, we're not getting a room, which we've already paid for on Agoda. He said, how much have you paid? I said, how is that your concern? Because, whatever price you guys have listed it at is what we have agreed and paid. I have a confirmation from Agoda saying I can stay here. So why can't you give us the room? So he said, how much exactly have you paid? You have to tell me. If it's less than 1,000 rupees, then you pay whatever difference is there between what you've paid and 1,000 rupees. So since we had paid 528 online, he asked us for another 500. He said, if you don't pay it, I can't give you the room. It's up to me whether I want to give the room to somebody or not. So you are definitely unwelcome if I choose not to give it to you. And 500 rupees if you don't give, you tell me how can I run this hotel for the price that you have paid. I said, that's not our problem really, because you're the one who's listed it on Agoda for that price. He says, no, that's what Oyo has done. It's not my problem, blah, blah, blah. And just by the words he was using and the pace with which he was talking, it looked like it was a routine deal. Every other day, every other customer, I guess they do the same thing.
In fact, there was one more customer right in front of us who was also going through the same thing.
Yeah, there was this couple that had come from Bihar. I think they were really tired with their journey as well.
They ended up paying the extra money and everything.
Spoke to Agoda. We couldn't get a replacement property booking, so they ended up refunding.
We got a refund and a little bit of money more just for the inconvenience caused.
Yeah. So after that, we came looking for other hotels. We contacted a few of our friends who are from
here,
Calcutta, and a couple of them came to our rescue with suggestions as to where we can stay. That's how we ended up in Esplanade, and then we found this one hotel in a very old British building. It's a very tiny room, but it's okay.
They have kept the room very clean. They have all the facilities. The washroom was also very neat. It's just a little tiny, but I think we can deal with it.
Yeah.
It had a window also, so it's quite cool and nice. Our initial plan was like this. Come to Kolkata from Andaman, explore the city for a week or two, then head to Bangladesh for about 20 days, come back to Kolkata and then go to other countries from here. So we came here, and as soon as we came here, we went to the Bangladesh Visa Application Center.
That's where we realized that we had filled up the application forms, we had got everything together, we even took very expensive printouts in the specific way they wanted, in their office, everything.
Yeah.
And then when we went to submit it, they plainly told us the processing time is 25 days.
But what we had read on the online was that it takes anywhere between 7 to 10 days to get the visa. But here they're telling 25 days.
And 25 days literally puts us at the very last minute before we have to move on to the next country or so.
And that way we'll have maybe 5 or 7 days in Bangladesh, which wouldn't work for us.
Yeah, and that is also not guaranteed is what the visa officer.
And also they will take our passport with them and they won't return it until we get the Bangladesh visa. So we did not want to do that.
Yeah.
So our Bangladesh plan got cancelled.
Yeah, so that's what's been up in Calcutta. We are still getting used to this crazy city. morning, like on the roads, we can't even vlog because there's just so much of noise.
If you don't walk, people are just going to push you and make you walk on their own. It's that crazy. We have lived in Bangalore and we know areas like Chickpet, Majestic and all, but this is crazier than that, guys. It's really that crazy.
But it's got a charm of its own.
Yeah.
This reminds us a lot of our time in Yangon.
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah, I think this entire region is very similarly developed in how these old British buildings look, and how a lot of the culture also is very similar. And the pan stains, you can never forget the pan stains. It's all there. So
And soon we are planning one more destination, which was not on our list before.
This is how we
stay
compensate.
Tuned.
This is what we thought we can do since Bangladesh isn't happening. So over the next few days, we'll show you what that place is like.
Stay tuned.
Please remain seated and do not open the overhead bins until the seatbelt sign is switched off. Mobile phones may be used now if you wish. The Government of India mandates that all guests download Arogya Setu, an Indian COVID-19 mobile application which is